Yes, that's me, and that's the look of what am I really doing? This was the end of last summer, and Danielle had suggested that we should go and try some intertubing on a route on Butte Creek in Northern California outside of Chico. I had never been in the creek swimming before, and as we approached with our $3 intertubes from Walmart, and I placed my body into the water and almost sank my little inner tube just from the weight of myself, and the cold water rushed over me. I realized that this was from snowmelt upstream in the Sierras, and that even though it was late in the season, later than people would recommend going down it, that the water would still be frozen. And the water level was very low, so I would recommend going earlier in the season, not too early because it can be dangerous. But the water was so low that between my weight and the small intertube and the big boulders, my tailbone got pretty bruised up on this one. Also, it was very chaotic to try and keep the camera equipment going, and so we lost a lot of footage, and some of the footage is questionable, but I'm just going to bring it to you in the form that I was able to capture it, and overall, most of the ride was just beautiful and enjoyable. Although I would perhaps recommend going earlier in the season when you have more light, understanding that it's going to be a lot of hours on the water, and maybe take a way larger inner tube than I did, and maybe a helmet and a face guard and body armor. Okay, these big beautiful buttes above us. This is the canyon we're going through. We just kind of went super slow through this pool, and now I'm following our guide through the water here. Looks like she's jumping ship. We have little deers out here. Wait, you're not going to the edge? I'm worried. I think I'm going to the edge. We're living on the edge. We are getting out for these spots where it goes over logs and rocks and some craziness, because we're not quite ready to deal with that right there. But then we're going to shoot through this next section. Oh, it's a bump ass the ride, I tell you that. Yep. Yep. Yeah. Yeah. It's saving me some. It's giving me options besides putting my bones out there. Yeah, those spots are spots where you want to stop and put your goggles on right there. You know? Yeah, we will. These cliffs. I just want to make sure we made some good time too. Yikes. It was a little hectic, right? Okay. Oh, what am I going into? Whoa! Whoa! Whoa. Thanks for telling me.
Observing the speed at which we're picking up.
Yeah, it is going faster. I noticed that I started messing with my camera, and then that was that. There were deers. Oh no, we're not gonna make this one. No, 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 no. Oh no, no. Oh no, no, no.
You should float on your belly here.
I did, but I got cold.
Oh.
I'm enjoying this. Wow, nice current.
I know, it just like changed, right?
Yeah, nice. It's going over in like a deep spot too.
Oh yeah, look, the deep. Wow. Emerald.
And big fish. These are like salmon down there. Here comes our next shallow rapid. Oh, you can see.
Oh, sorry, I thought you were cutting me.
I am. I think I see. Sometimes I see the salmon coming up as we're going along. Okay, let's give it a try. Going by the big rocks. Ooh. Woo. Woo. Oh yeah, okay. I'm gonna do the full deal with it. Thank you for the ride.
I thought the really splashed on that one.
Yeah, that one is perfect.
That's not good.
No. I like my little rudder stick. Here we go. Yeah, I think it's an actual ford we're gonna have to walk. You're crazy, all I see is logs and shit.
Over there.
We're going to probably, yeah. We're making some decisions on this part. Yeah, that's too shallow for how big those are. So we're just trying to jump in right here.
I think we're pretty far from the road again.
Yeah. I think that's an old bridge spot. But anyhow,
Here we go.
here we go. Alex. Woo! There's an old bridge. Old bridge. Yeah. Yeah.
Or wait, no, that's just the power line.
That's awesome. Okay. There's a log right here in the water. Hey Danielle, there's a log right there in the water about a foot under a deadhead. Right back there between those two boulders, about 15 feet in front of you. Or just watch out for it, keep your butt shallow. And yes, these are all huge salmon and trout that you're seeing in this river. It is closed to fishing and has hatcheries on it and stems directly off of the Sacramento River. Here we go to electric and huh? Yeah. For my overall job. Right. Where you saw those ledges that were drippy springs. That was pretty cool. cliffs behind are so awesome.
What?
The cliffs and everything all around. Spots where it drops off in these super deep evergreen pools, and they're just loaded with huge salmon. It's just awesome. And just come sailing out here. See what's under here. Okay, we got a dam built up here and a little chute made, and then who knows. Watch out for those trees beyond it. You see it? Okay. Oh! Really? She's around the corner. I'm stuck under a tree. Why do we always have to go through these backwards? No. The light?
Why would they have a light?
Maybe for night swimming, like those other people did, just because it's run after dark and have a swimming pool.
Yeah, that's true.
completely lit up, you know?
Yeah, I'm sure, but like they just ran it to the freaking.
You see the thing?
Yeah.
They probably jump off there at night into the swimming pool, climb back up, jump off. Private, just, you know, Eunice. Oh, yeah, we're getting out to these. What a beautiful experience. Well, we haven't been filming that much because we've been in some desperate scramble to get down this canyon. Now we're having a good time, but we are trying to get down before sunset, and it is pretty slow flow, but it is a magical time of the evening too. So, but yeah, it's about this fast. So, yeah. It's gonna be a long video.
What?
It's gonna be a long video. You can drive along. There are crazy huge salmon under this. I keep not being able to. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Got him. We're just working our way farther down the. And that apparently, my friends, is where the footage stopped. I'm not sure what happened with the camera after that, but the day got very late and we were just trying to get downstream, and it was getting a little chilly every time we were in the shade. So thank you for joining me on another quest for details, and I hope to see you next time. Until then, quest on.